Hello, hello. So it's Keely again. Today we have a really short video. I named this one Bare Necessities. So in the game, there are these furniture items that can be crafted using a woodworking table. And through putting on debug, and one of them is actually available without debug, I wanted to make a house as like a starter home for just one sim, as if like you're starting out, you could use this for a legacy type of deal once you get a little bit further to kind of craft your own furniture, but you're not very good at crafting furniture, you're just starting out. So here's one of those items I was just talking about. So the goal is to be off the grid and to use these items to try to make your house better and make some money along the way. So that was the goal with making this house. I kind of wanted to add it with like a challenge in mind. So you literally have just the things you need. This less than desirable toilet, chair, stool, tub, and etc, which you do need to put debug on to get all of them but the tub. But yes, so I thought that it would be interesting to have these all in a build since a lot of the times when I make builds, I like more of a modern or contemporary style. So I want to do something a little bit different. So the idea here is that you're just kind of living off the land. You got the bare necessities, you got just what you need, just the bare minimum, and you're trying to get better at woodworking. So I could imagine moving a sim in that, has a low handiness skill and they're trying to work up to it. They just kind of go in, no lights, although I have lights in there right now. That's just so I can see. And, living and seeing what they can do. So I put in a couple just basic furniture items. It has just the, bare minimum of what you need. And it was a pretty quick build, as you can tell. This video is only 8 minutes. So I went through and I liked this fridge, but I went back later and you can't use it off the grid, which I think is unfortunate. So I had to go back and switch it. But I did include some just basic terrain, little hills in the back, and some seats and a basic kitchen, and that's all really there is space for. This is a pretty small house. This is actually almost under 10K, so this is perfect for a sim first starting out if you want to do a legacy build like I said before, or if you just want to start them out with a cheap build. Um, you could plop this down and easily they'd have lots of money left over. So we've got a little bit of a desk. I wanted to put that in from cottage living because I thought that that would be able to be something you could use off the grid, but you can't. So I ended up having to take that out later. But everything here that I started putting in later is off the grid. So feel free to use this for your off the grid challenge. I also tried to make it look like a log cabin coming up. So since the idea is that the sim is a builder and they crafted this furniture and they worked hard. They don't have a washer or dryer. They're hanging their clothes to dry and they're getting it done. So I put out some things from Outdoor Retreat as well. They've got a bicycle to get where they need to be. I put these planters in so your sim could plant and live off the land, make some money selling some fruits and vegetables and flowers. And I put in a little stilt foundation, which is pretty low at this point, but to go along with the log cabin kind of idea. So I put this build in Oasis Springs from the base game, so anybody could drop it in and make it happen. I was going to do some bricks at first, but yeah, I tried that out. I didn't particularly like that. So here's why I went with more like a log cabin-esque type of feel. There's only really one room in this house, as you saw. It's just a bedroom with a kitchen in it and then a bathroom. So I guess there's two rooms. I used the roofing details from Cottage Living to kind of make it like an eco type of build. I don't have, what is it, Eco Living, the pack where you could update the world and everything like that. I think it's called Eco Living. I don't have that pack, so I did my best to kind of make it eco-focused without having that build. So that's kind of where this inspiration came from. Messed around with the stairs a little bit, tried to figure out what I liked, what I didn't like, put in some windows from Cottage Living. After some deliberation, I wanted to match the door. And here's where I made it off the grid. So I started removing a bunch of stuff and the lights to make it fit. that need. So anyways, we're almost done the video and I completely forgot to tell the joke for this video. So here we go. Where do dogs go to college? So think about that. You have less time than normal because I totally forgot because this is such a short video. But yeah, where do dogs go to college? I'll give you a hint. I actually got this joke from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. So if you've watched that show, you might know. I ended up putting the tarp in. I thought that was a good fit for this build, considering it's all about making do with what you have. That's something that theoretically I could imagine a sim could make, even though they physically can't make it. We're talking budget. We're talking low resources here. This sim is trying to make, ends meet and living off the land. So that's what the outside of the house ended up looking like. Changed some colors of some stuff. Put in our mailbox. Can't forget that. I didn't forget a trash can. I kept that outside. This is where I also realized that there was a planter that I forgot that you could make, so I went in and put that in instead of the ones that you can just buy. I thought those fit better anyways. I was gonna put Patchy in, but I thought that was a bit much. And I was gonna put that in too, but can you guys see that? It's floating. I didn't want a floating flower arranging table. No matter where I put it, it was floating. I think because of the foundation. I don't know why it just didn't sit flush with the ground, even if the foundation was like offset, because the log and that stool were not floating. So I don't know. Was that just me? I feel like it looked like it was floating. Looking through some more debug items to figure out what my Sims could do. And as we near the end of the video, I want to go ahead and tell you the answer to that joke. So again, the joke is, where do dogs go to college? The answer is Barkley. In Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, they give you a couple other options as well, but Barkley is the one that I remember the best. So hopefully you enjoyed that joke and hopefully you enjoyed this build. As per usual, this build will be available as of posting this video, so you can go ahead and find it on the gallery. It's called Bare Necessities, and it's roughly a little bit over 10K. All you got to do is search the hashtag KeelyCat4 or look up and search KeelyCat4 for my username on the gallery, and you'll find this and so many other builds. Sometimes I post builds without making a video just for fun because I really enjoy building. So feel free. Hopefully you can find some use out of this build. I had fun making it, just like all the other builds I make on this channel. It's all just for fun. So hopefully you have fun watching it, and hopefully you can maybe have fun using this in your own game. Alright, so I'll see you at the next build, and the last part of this is me just sizing down some rocks and making a path. Alrighty, I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully you have a great day. Bye!